All right, so it's Tuesday, September 9th, and I wanted to talk about some of the weirdest symptoms of a mastectomy. I made a Facebook post about this the other day, and it's just very weird. Um, so first, I knew amputees had phantom pain sometimes, phantom limb pains. I didn't know what would happen with the removal of my breast. So it was something I'd never really thought about, but I've experienced quite a few times. My understanding is it seems to go down over time, but I'll have breast pain in my right breast that isn't there anymore. And it's not the incision, it's not here. I'll I'll feel it like outside of my body. It's very weird. So the sorry, I just put my eye drops in. Another fun chemo thing gave me dry eyes. Yeah, so it's very strange because of course, like how I explained it to my partner was like, if you have a mosquito bite, even if you're not seeing it, you know where to swat, right? Like your body can feel, oh, it's right there, even though you're not seeing it. It's the same thing. My brain is going like, oh, there's a pain at this part, like near your nipple. And I'm like, that ain't there no more. And it's very weird. So I didn't anticipate this, but I've talked with other people and they're like, oh yeah, that totally happens. And I find it so funny. Like we get warned about all the big side effects, but these type of things, it tends that I don't know, just because they're not medical complications, it's just not something you're told about. So it was very weird the first time it happened. It was like that, because I thought my brain, it's like, no, that can't be true, right? Like that can't be it, but it is. So the other weird side effect I'm having that I definitely hadn't even heard of or anticipated at all before is when I have a drink of something cold, generally. It can be if I'm having coffee that's a little too hot. I will feel it here. So I can't feel it on my regular breast side, but I feel it on the other side. And it's hard to describe. It's like when I have a cold drink, I can just feel it in my chest. And so I'd never heard of this. So I Googled it. And I can't find anything from any kind of like academic or like medical source or any kind of like guide for people that have had mastectomies. What I can find are a million forums. So clearly this is happening. It's just something that doesn't seem to be well documented in actual like medical journals or any kind of like guides for people going through a mastectomy. But I found a lot of forums. Some, again, for top surgery, so someone that is, a trans man that is having a breast removed. It's the same thing. I found a lot of the forums seem to be about that, but again, it's the same, very similar surgery. But I couldn't describe it well. I was like, you can just feel it. And then one of the forums said it's minty. And I was like, yes, that's, so when you have a mint, it's not the taste of it, but there's a cooling sensation. That's what I feel right here. Clearly as I'm swallowing. So it's so wild. I thought it was going crazy. It took a couple days for me to either have something cold enough or notice, or just those nerves weren't all woken up yet. But the first time I was like, man, that was weird because I felt it on one side but not the other. Anyway, it continues to happen. Not every time I have something cold. If it's really cold, yeah, actually every time. It just kind of, I think, depends on the temperature. But it's a really funny thing because I haven't found anyone in real life that's talked about it. But it's definitely out there on the internet in forums. So I'm not crazy. This is something people experience. Other than that, I'm doing pretty well. So like I'm able to raise this arm. So as you can tell, I can't raise it up. So like I can raise it up, but not back yet. I'm still struggling with that. So I'm doing lots of stretches. I went to one of my cancer support groups yesterday, and several people that have had breast surgery and one that's a retired family doctor were like, no, you're doing really, really well, which was really great. I should see my surgeon this week. I'm just waiting. My pathology results should be back like any day now. So I'm just waiting. I see my oncologist tomorrow. So at that appointment, I'm hoping I'll get the results of my genetic testing. hopefully I didn't have a genetic component. I know some people find it really validating to have a genetic component in that then they're not, they feel like it wasn't their fault. I just, because of my daughter, really, really hope I don't. Um, but we'll find out. And I should also get some more information about the medication I'll be on after radiation. I believe it's after radiation. I don't think they do them at the same time, but because I'm estrogen and progesterone hormone receptor positive, I'm going to be on hormone blockers for the next probably 10 years, is my understanding. So anyway, there's that. So I'll learn a little bit about that and just kind of talk with her about what's the plan going forward now. So yeah, I'm just in this weird spot. I'm just waiting for the pathology reports. It's been 15 days now since the surgery, so it should be this week. And yeah, so I'll meet with my surgeon. Hopefully the lymph nodes were all cancer-free, or if they had any cancer, hopefully it's just in the first one. Because if they all had cancer in them, then my understanding is they'll have to go take out more lymph nodes to make sure that they didn't leave any with cancer. So I really don't want more surgery. So I hope that won't obviously be as intrusive as a surgery, but hopefully I won't have to do that. Hopefully all the lymph nodes will be clear. It'll be interesting to kind of find out how much cancer is there. I'm not sure what data they give me, but I really enjoy reading those things. So, and then once the pathology is back, then the radiation oncologist in St. John can book me for an appointment to set up how long my radiation will be and all that. So really waiting for that information is really hard right now, because it's like that is a lot of the game plan from the future. So I'm just trying to relax a bit. I'm not good at that. The last 2 days I have had a nap though for several hours because I've just been really, really tired. I think my body just trying to heal. I need extra sleep. My partner said, just like our daughter needs to sleep more than we do because she's growing, it's the same kind of thing. I'm just not good at that. So anyway, that's the weird symptoms. I'm starting to get used to the incision a little bit. Like, it's still a bit jarring to know that I have no breast, but it's starting to feel a little like, okay, it's less of a shock and more of like okay, this is what's going on now. But it's definitely a weird experience. Definitely weird to have no breast. Anyway, so I'll check in again when I either have more information or think of something else to say. Okay, bye.